What's up, everybody? It's the JAY man here, back on another cigar review. It's producing some pretty thick smoke right there. Today we are going to be taking a look at the PDR-VLR Cameroon, and that's going to be the Pinar del Rio Value Line Reserve. And like I said, the wrapper is Cameroon, says it right there on the band. This little baby gets a 3 out of 5 on the strength profile, so it is considered medium bodied. The origin, you guessed it, the Dominican Republic. And it says that the binder and filler is going to be Dominican tobaccos. So pretty straightforward, It's handmade, hand rolled. That's what they're saying anyway. This is going to be the Toro size. 6x52. And from what I've seen online, you can pick up a box of 25 of these. Box of 25 for $60 right on the nose, which comes out to about $2.40 per stick, which is considered a pretty cheap, relatively cheap, affordable stick. I did see online there were bad reviews. There were good reviews. And the only reason why I guess I'm mentioning that is because there's always going to be bad reviews. There's always going to be good reviews of any product online. But it was just kind of weird how it seemed like every review I checked out for this, there was never nothing in between. It was always either really, really bad or really, really good. There was nothing in between. I mean, I'm sure there is, just not from what I saw, but I didn't spend a ton of time going into it either. I already did review the PDR-VLR Connecticut. So this one's going to be the second one, and then I've still got one more of these, which is going to be the Habano. So stay tuned for that one. I heard a lot of people complaining and bitching about these, saying that they're too dried out, which whenever I did cut it, I haven't had this very long. It's been in a humidor since I've had it, but whenever I did do the crown cut with my V cut, it did seem a little bit dried out, and it did seem very flaky. I kind of had to do that number. I had to wet it up. But I had to, come on. So it was a little bit dried out. The smell out of the cellophane, it was very faint. Like I was almost having a hard time smelling this when I smelled the foot, kind of smelling up and down. It just had a very plain Jane cigar smell, but it was very, very faint, nothing distinct at all about it. Caught a little bit of that one. And just like the Connecticut, it's burning, because I just lit this thing before I started rolling, so it's burning relatively quick. Kind of like a not too dark, not too light, gray ash going there. And it looks like it's gonna fall. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that off before it falls in here. It was gonna fall, I could tell. I mean, these are long filler, but it just seems like, and I think I had mentioned on the last one that it seemed like the pack job just seems a little cheap on these. Like they're not, they don't seem like they're rolled very well. I can't even remember too much what I said about the Connecticut. I've been reviewing so many damn cigars lately, I can't even remember what I've said about one from the next. I want to say I gave the other one a win, but I can't be too certain about that. And at the same time, it's probably good that I don't remember. You know, that way I'm not trying to keep some type of kind of biased attitude towards one brand or one type of cigar, you know. I want to be like, well, I said that one was a win, so I got to say this one is too. So it don't really matter whether I remember, whether I don't. I'm just going to tell the truth of how I'm feeling in the moment. The draw on it's good. The draw on it's not bad at all. Like I said, the ash, it's keeping an okay even burn, but it's burning very quickly. It might slow down towards the end. I don't know. Sometimes they do that. It's not really harsh, but it's not incredibly smooth. It's a tad bit abrasive. It's got your basic kind of earthy, woodsy type of cigar that, you know, just cigar taste that you would expect. No type of spice, no type of nuttiness, no type of, you know, chocolate, no type of coffee, nothing of that nature. Like I said, the wrapper's Cameroon, which I don't even know really what all that entails. Maybe I should have done more research on cigars that are wrapped in Cameroon to kind of have that to discuss, but I didn't. I'm getting sloppy these days, y'all. Like I said, the look of it ain't too awesome. As far as the bands look cheap. I had said that before with the Connecticut. I remember saying it's got the word value in it. That don't sound very appealing. Value. Bands aren't very appealing. It's, like I said, the cigar cut real flaky, real dry. Don't feel packed too well. I want to say those Connecticut's were like $1.50, around $1.50 a stick, whereas a box of 25 of these is going to run you about $2.40 a stick. See, that right there, I'm already starting to go downhill on a sin because I don't feel like what I'm getting here. I don't feel like this is a product that's even worth almost, $2.50. You got to factor that stuff in, You got to factor in the burn. You got to factor in, the construction. You got to factor in the price. You got to factor in the smell. You got to factor in the taste. Everything, it all factors in. It's a tad bit abrasive on the tongue. It's not completely smooth, yet not completely harsh. It's somewhere in between, in my opinion. Somebody else may take a puff off that and say, what are you talking about? That's smooth as hell. It's in between. I'm not loving it. I'm not digging it as far as... There's nothing in my mind right now saying, ooh, wow, put that on the list of cigars that I want to be my go-to. Not feeling that at all. And like I said, for that price being jacked up almost another buck, another 90 cents, I want to say, from that Connecticut. I'm going to say that right there with everything being said. I'm going to put this as a sin. I wouldn't want another one unless somebody just gifted it to me and said, here, smoke this. I wouldn't go out looking for it. I wouldn't pay for it. I just don't think it's that great of a product. I'm pretty sure I gave the Connecticut a win just because I don't remember it being harsh and I don't remember the price being that high. Those are all factors. So say what you will. Say what you will. You know, we can agree, we can disagree, we can agree to disagree. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, the JAY man says this thing is sinful. PDR-VLR, Pinar del Rio, Value Line Reserve, Cameroon. Almost rocking 11.5 minutes, so I'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Not much more to say about it. Like I said, stay tuned for the PDR-VLR Habano. Maybe we'll get some success with that one. Maybe we'll, you know, maybe I'll light that one up and go, ooh, wow, here goes the payoff. As always, stay smoking, hit the like, hit the subscribe, tell a buddy, leave a comment, give a suggestion. Peace out.